Hi guys and gals, this is Nova Cookie 232 and welcome to more Agrarian Skies. Now last Thursday we worked on our reactor, we made some steel I believe, we don't have as much problem making steel, and we showed all the reactor components we need, and to reiterate we need two access ports, one to input fuel, one to output the waste of it, which is plutonium, I believe. We need a power tap so we can actually use this as a power source. We need a controller to control it, and we need a reactor control rod so we can control how much of the yellorium rod, reactor block rod, which is in here, is actually going to be used. It's generally good to do that if you have got big reactors and they're all producing a hell of a lot of heat, which reduces the amount of energy you get out of it and how fast the per yellorium ingot is used, which is not very efficient or energy saving, material using. So I made this earlier just now, so I'm just gonna make sure we have enough for all of it. So now we've got a 3x3x3 reactor. As you can see, the multi-block structure built when I built that last block. I'll show you again. No longer a multi-block structure, and then boom, multi-block structure. So, as you can see, we've got all these panels. Let's take away any eye for a second. There we go. I like that. So we've got the core fuel status. This is how much of the fuel that it can fit in there. For example, fuel rods, it can fit one ingot in there, and how much it's depleted. So if it's halfway through, it'll be here or somewhere. If it's no, it'll be down here, but then it'll come back up if there's more fuel. This is the heat of actual casing here. This you preferably want to have oh god, but oh god, I'm sorry. Oh god. You preferably want to have the casing hotter than the core heat. You want heat to be expelled faster, effectively, because that's not a good thing. Well, actually, you want the complete opposite. You want heat to be kept in, but you don't want it to be too hot. So that's what those do with. Then this is the energy buffer, which will hold 10 million RF or redstone flux, which is a good buffer. It'll just put in all if it's got no source to go to it, or it's outputting over and over needed amount, so it'll just put it into this buffer, and then the other power source needed, of course, the power bank thing. Here you've got the temperature, core temperature, and energy output in RF per ticks. Here you've got the fuel burn up rate, millibuckets per tick, and you've got the fuel reactivity. Is higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burn up. So the higher the level of the radiation, the less fuel. Well, fuel burn up is even lower, which is good because it means you get more redstone flux per tick. So these are all the things I'll tell you in a bit once I've got the fuel. But so let's just add this to our current system of pipes. Of course, we're gonna probably change it. Redstone. I don't know. I swear I had a large amount of redstone piping conduits. I swear I had a large amount of redstone conduits. Oh my god. Which is silly enough, pain in the ass really is. Redstone. I'll try and get as much as I can for right at the moment. I'll make it later. Have we got some redstone stuff if we need it? There we go. Got 5 redstone. We need some redstone though. Stackled. Probably do. We need the magma crucible to burn up some redstone. And 9 that amount. And oh, here we go. Here's the extra stuff. There we go. Still got 400 in there. We've got 35 resonant energy conduits. These are very good because these give you these give you 10,000 RF per tick, which is great in terms of output. So let's take the power tap and drag it straight down into the floor. I think we can integrate it. We can't quite integrate the two methods of powering things, which is a little bit unfortunate. What we can do is we take this, use it as a buffer, and also a interchange. Oh, there we go. Didn't like that. So we want that's not the right side. Okay, that one's so I assume the blue is the. I'm not too sure. I'll figure that one out. So blue is already there. So light orange or orange. I assume that's the input or output. So max output is whatever amount, and max input is that amount. So it's inputting stuff in, so it's wrong side. This should be a orangey color. No, this should be an orangey color. Yep, this should be an orangey color, and this should be a blue color, which I assume is the input. There we go. So that is that part done. So all is left to do now is simply get some Agrarian ingots, which we already have, which is good, and shove them in the reactor. So we need to go to a input, shove half of them in there, so it'll fill it automatically as much as it can. So it can fill enough for 4,000 millibuckets, which is 4 ingots, of course. So let's start the reactor, activate the reactor. If you watch the core temperatures, casing temperatures, they'll stay at this level generally. I don't think they get too hot. And we're currently producing 265 RF per tick. Let's see how this is going. So I only actually get an input. So does that mean that this is effectively getting taken? So I'm constantly getting one single tick of fuel, and I'm assuming because that's because machines are filling up. Oh, let's take that graphite out. That used to be some of these used to be low because some of these are updating themselves. The computer's full, which is great. Let's check the things that weren't full previously. Okay, these are going up without even showing signs of going down, it seems. All of these are. All of these are, so 48,000. Yeah, so there we go. So we're starting to get what I think what that period was. That period was a period of time where all these buffers here needed to fill, which meant the reactor definitely outputted. Well, definitely the output of the reactor was more than the input of the leadstone energy cell, of course, but that doesn't matter anyway because we have a buffer within the reactor anyway, which I believe will probably be filling up as well. Yes, as you can see there, 13. There we go. We've got a massive amount of energy. Only 4% full though. So we won't have too much of a problem with energy. This is just acts as a buffer at the moment since I haven't got enough roasting energy conduits. After that, I don't think I'll need the buffer, but you know. Oh yes. So I've tried to figure out a simple way of transferring this into ingots and the respective material that non-raw material, and I'll show you how this works because I thought this was pretty cool and pretty simple, so it makes life a hell of a lot easier. Let's take a piece of iron dust, and let's say this iron dust is basically iron ore, yeah. So I thought this is what I thought when I was thinking, oh well, if it's like iron ore, it'll go in a pulverizer. It goes in a pulverizer, and it gets out 2 pulverized iron. Now pay attention, it's from thermal expansion, and all the small pulverized stuff is from X-Helio, which is stuff we can't use for ingots. So lo and behold, we get 2 ingots out rather than 1, where the previous challenge we were having. That's why we kept using the smeltery. So this means that we can most definitely have a process in some way that stems from here, where we effectively turn this into ingots and such stuff that's useful to us. So I think that would be a nice thing to do today. Among the reactor thing that will be doing well now. I think even these machines full buffer, and of course the fixed seeds and such. Let's go see how much stuff we've got out of them so far. Last time we had some wheat and sprout. Now I have 2 sprouts and almost 2 stacks of wheat. That is a lot of wheat. God. So, nice fields. Harvester. Getting a little bit of sludge. Not a problem. Not really a problem anyway to start with. So, yeah. So let's clean up our inventory for now. Let's put away some things that we're not going to be needing. Block of coal, glorium and such. Torches possibly. So, we want to make another piece of our island, our skyblock. So we want a wand for building. We want some cobblestone, which we can collect. We want some cobblestone wool. I think we have. Yep. We want some fence, which we've already got 2 of. Probably didn't need 2 anyway. And that is about it. We just need an area big enough, and we are done. Of course, we need the massive amounts of oh my god. There we go. X. Look, you can see me on the map. I'm spinning. There we go. So, how about since we've got this little area here doing that, how about we populate this bit here? It will also mean that this section right here with the power cables is not as unsafe as it first seemed. Oh, sorry, no, it's completely unsafe and probably not a good idea, but it's unsafe to the point that it looks unsafe. It's not actually unsafe, although it should be, if that makes any sense. There we go. See, that looks a little better, doesn't it? That looks a little better, a little bit safer. Safety is my middle name. It's definitely not. I've fallen off these enough times. and that's not even in this series. I've done this time before. Didn't do as well as I am doing now. I'm actually doing really well. But yeah, and obviously I fell off a lot. So there we go. We've got a little section here. This should be quite large enough for operations. Pretty sure that would be large enough, but hopefully. So what we want are pulverizer. So let's put it over here because it's closer to this bit here, to our chest. And just because we can, let's put a fence right here because it fits perfectly. So I think this is also a way to fix our sand issue. Let's see if the sand thing works the same way. I don't know if it would. Doesn't work in the same way, so we would have to reroute sand and everything with both those properties to this process here. But we don't have to deal with that right now. We can deal with that. Anything cool we found? We found a bunch of quicksilver, which is useful for thermal expansion. But I don't think we're going to do much for thermal expansion. Got some coal, a lot of coal actually. Found a bunch of diamonds. Well, not found. We've sieved through a crap ton of fucking diamonds. Yeah. So let's make a pulverizer. Let's get some item ducts and power stuff. Leadstone. Done. Shouldn't need much. Item ducts. There we go. 14. Servo. I'm gonna need a couple of them. Make 2, that's fair enough. And then we want to make a pulverizer. And a redstone furnace. So we've got every little material bar this one. We need to make it more. Iron. There we go. Let's grab a piston. Grab a machine frame, 2 machine frames, because we're going to need another for the redstone furnace. And grab that. Pulverizer done. Now we just need to make a redstone furnace. Furnace which will require. There's redstone furnace. I'm just gonna furnace furnace. There we go. Requires other things. Redstone furnace. Also make one of these. We have redstone. We can make 2 brick. There we go, we're done. Made a redstone furnace. Awesome. We probably want to make more leadstone energy stuff, energy pipes. There we go, probably enough. You can either go from, well actually, it'd probably be more efficient to go from this area here. Or just have the process a little bit out. So if we bring this wire along here, up to here. If we have, if we have the redstone furnace along this way, over here, and if we have the pulverizer away like here, I'll break this here just for aesthetics. There we go. This will mean that we can. This will be the first port of call, the pulverizer. Then it will go through with an item duct. If we use them now. If we configure this to accept this color, so it will accept. What would a pulverizer port? Yeah, I guess so. It would accept both things, and I guess we could probably have a backlog if we need to. I don't think we need to. Crescent hammer. There we go. This. That is the input, yes. So if we shove a servo on it, there we go, and then we can mess around with the options. We want to ignore redstone, and everything goes out here and into there. Then effectively we want to do the same thing, but we want more item ducts to go from this chest over here, which I would probably want to use some sort of ducts below us. What time is it? So we can start with, okay. Flight being used an awful lot. Only 3 out of 8 squids left. There we go. We're gonna need some more item ducts for this. There we go, some more item ducts. And what we can do now is completely ignore this. Just put this back, I just need to get down. Now what we can do is we can shove a pipe on there. Shove a servo on there, ignore redstone signal, and if we, I think that is going out, probably is. Anyway, we can figure out once we have stuff moving. Okay, so okay, so just hit the lava area if we want to just go around this area. You probably want to go along here. Where is it exactly? Ooh, one far. Almost there. Should be going in. Maybe we will just move one further. Have a useful slot at the side. And then finally, inputs which goes in here. This should also, this is bringing out some things. Obviously, we want it to only really, let's blacklist some items because I know some items I don't really want it to do. Like blacklist this and blacklist redstone. That's not something I want it to move either. Gunpowder is good to blacklist. Gunpowder, sorry. I don't think it's going to take it anyway because I don't think it's an input for it. I think possibly in this system only inputs, possible inputs will be taken because there's no buffer chest as such. So as time is ticking, the ore dust will go into that, automatically be placed into the redstone furnace. And then this redstone furnace will effectively process it into 2 ingots. We're not done yet though. Let's make a gold chest, shall we? To make a gold chest we want to get that. We need more gold, damn it. There we go. So Need to make a gold chest. First we need to make an iron chest. Simple. Boom. Make a gold chest. There we go. Boom. We need another set of item ducts out and another server, I believe. Servo. Needs to process more iron again. There we go. More iron. So if we shove, I don't know, something on here. This is the output. This is the only output it can output, so it's good. That is good. So we can determine that it wants to take things out and shove it on here. We find nothing on this blacklist. Stack size. Sending stack. Okay, so we can take large amounts. So already got 36 copper ingots, and we're not even that far through the amount of copper we had. So this system will, as I'll explain it to you, this system will take anything that can be possibly taken and used in the pulverizer. That isn't bar glowstone. I will fix that. I will fix that myself. I'll fix that right now because I don't really want it to be using all my glowstone. I can pulverize up that myself if I need to. There we go. So it will take anything eligible. Of course, a lot of full stacks right now, so it may not take anything at the moment. When it's under control, it'll be good. Already almost full stack of copper. Let's wait till a full stack of copper. One more. Sorry, you're probably already on it. There we go. And then we go to the next stack. There we go. Copper ingots. So we're almost through our copper. Well, we'll go getting through our copper ingots. Dash our first stack of copper dust, which I'm assuming is going to give us 2 stacks of copper ingots. This means that our system with the hut system with the smeltery is not out of date. It's just somewhat redundant at the moment. And not as efficient as the way we're doing it now, which is great, because the way we were doing it previously wasn't that efficient. This means that all metals and such will be processed into their respective useful materials, not just raw. Not just in their raw state or raw pulverized state. So, what have we done today? We have made a working reactor. Let's go see how it's doing. So the buffer's full, the buffer I made. The buffer's getting full here, which means there's more power being created than it is being used. Not too much though, which is good. I haven't actually looked at readings. 223 RF per tick. Not very many buckets per tick. There's only about 15.7% depleted, which is great out of 4. Buffer's full, as you know. I don't know if these don't become full because obviously these they don't take input, they don't take power, they give power. All of these are full, which is great. All of these you can see in the top middle. Our computer is running a massive amount of energy stored, which is good, or massive for the computer. All of these, so some of these have varying amounts. So they'll have a certain amount, they won't really go down from it, which is fine, which is okay. I think that's just down to the job they do, really. That has enough RF always, which is good. Let's go check out our little other section here for dusts and diamonds and such. So they're working out pretty well. This is like the previous ones, doing the same thing, but that's fine. It's not a lack of power, which is what I was expecting annoyingly. It seems like more gravel is being produced than is being used currently, which is okay. It means that I'll have an excess anyway. I've started making gold, which is good. Oh, pulverized gold. Awesome. Oh, I see. It was a byproduct of copper as gold. Okay, so let's wait for the next material to come. Come on. Oh, I've got sort of a 9-minute supply. Okay, stuff has been taken already. Let's wait for it to travel. It's quite a distance to travel, so I'll wait. Just want to make sure it's all working correctly. Hope yes. There we go, finally. So we got aluminium ore. I was wondering if there was some pile up, something that couldn't be used, but obviously not. Okay, so that's already put stuff into our redstone furnace, and our redstone furnace has subsequently melted into ingots and then puffed it out into this golden chest. So we've got an automated system to make this, which means I don't have to do this anymore, which is great. We also have an automated system for food. We haven't done it for carrots yet, but bread I think is probably more useful in the long term. Anyway, as I eat my carrot juice, in hopes of eating bread, which is more fulfilling, yet probably a lot worse for you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This time we completed the reactor, showed off how it worked, went with and fixed some problems. Then using that power, we filled up all the buffer sources and all the machinery, and mostly all the machinery that is. No problems with power now. Made a new section of our skyblock which automatically processes dusts that we've made with exhelio, exhelio dust. We've made into the dust blocks into two dust items, and those two dust items will be turned into 2 ingots, which is twice as efficient, just like the smeltery, but without the hands-onness of it. It is completely automated, which is great. I'll probably end up with some problems, but at the moment I haven't got any problems. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, favourite, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye!